Welcome back, everybody. Cape Rugby TV. We carry on talking about club rugby and, of course, a lot of activities at the moment. We certainly know Western Province Rugby has been keeping the clubs busy with a lot of education courses, return to training, COVID regulations, and, of course, we also know that over the last 10 months, literally, clubs have found all sorts of creative ways to make sure that their membership structures and their club structures have been staying engaged. But the last few weeks has really seen the fast tracking of that engagement, and some of the clubs, after the process of COVID regulation certification, are slowly getting back on track. And joining me from Titans Rugby Football Club is Phillip du Plessis, assistant coach at Titans. Phillip, great to see you. How are things on your side?
Hi, JP. Thanks for having me. It's been challenging. It's been tough. I think COVID has affected a lot of us. Titans, particular, we had a great start to the 2020 season, and then obviously we got knocked backwards with level 5 lockdown.
Yes, no, it has been rather disruptive. But last year we also had Gino Topley from Titans, one of the media marketing sponsorship guys who's been on the course there. He's been telling us a little bit about what you've been up to. It must at least have been good to know that you guys have still been able to talk to each other, WhatsApp, and just to keep the connection.
Yeah, look, regarding all the marketing, the food schemes that we've been running, from a coaching perspective, it was quite nice to have the guys at least get together, do some stuff together, even if it's not playing rugby. Like you said, finding a creative way of doing things as a team. So, yeah, and we're actually basically very excited to get back out on the field.
Yeah.
We all dressed up, but nowhere to go as of yet. We need to be COVID compliant before we get out there. But we're excited. We're looking forward to it. We've also been doing in small little groups. We've been doing some hikes. Last week we had a bit of a run at the beach. Took the guys out for a 5-kilometer jog. So
have you got any? I mean, you're obviously waiting to see when you resume your first training session, even though we know it's not like a normal rugby training session because you've got to follow all those regulations. But having taken the guys for a bit of a run on the beach and knowing that you're going to have your first training session on Thursday, have you got any sort of idea as to the fitness levels or of what you might see on Thursday?
believe it or not, hey, there is a few of the players that actually you could see they kept fit. Even during the level 5 and 4 and 3 lockdown, we were challenging each other via WhatsApp. We would record a video where one would be doing 50 push-ups, and you would randomly select one of your fellow teammates, including somebody from management you can nominate, and that person must make or record a video of themselves doing something fitness-wise, planks, push-ups, whatever. And so the process would just keep going on and on and on. Yes. Also, tongue in the cheek, I might add, there's some of the backline players, that's most likely going to start at prop or even flank or eighth man for that matter.
But it's interesting. I mean, the majority of the coaches that I've spoken to have been very impressed with the players' condition coming back to training. They've said that the players have definitely kept themselves in shape. Some players have managed to put on quite a lot of muscle weight. I mean, this is all very positive.
No, for sure. I think that from a coaching perspective, it's all about believing in your players, trust that they have, self-discipline to keep themselves fit at home. I also advise the players at some stage that they should take the time to spend time with their loved ones, the family. Those are the people that's normally at your matches, that supports you, that allows you to play the sport. So it was tough, but I mean, from a coaching perspective, yes, put some faith in your players. And I must say, I'm impressed with some of my own players. I'm very happy and chuffed with the fact that some of them actually put in a lot of effort.
And you're also working in different regions, not just in one location.
Yes, as per, we're going to actually start it on Thursday, officially, as per Western Province. The union wants us to, not have the whole full club at the same time on the same field, social distancing.
Yep.
We were fortunate to have Coach Kurt split us up into 3 groups. So, Coach Kurt would have a group from Mitchell's Plain side. Coach Nazim would have players from the Ottery side. I've got a bit of a bigger group. I've got the Grassy Park and Parkwood, but I've got another guy that old player that came in as a fitness coach for us, Marky, that will be assisting me to break that group up into three smaller groups.
Do you have any idea when you will get everybody together in one place, or is that still you will play it day by day?
I will play it day by day. If it turns out that we start getting in more and more players, obviously we'll need to maintain social distancing, keep the groups into a smaller, break them into smaller little groups, and I reckon from there we will wait from the union's guidance on when we can start, bringing in more players and having more, the bigger group together eventually.
Yeah. Obviously, it's too early to tell. But if we rewind, let's go back a year. If you think about where you would have been a year ago in the league, who would you have said would have been your big contenders, the tough teams that you were looking to tackle?
Look, we started off. We had a good game against Police RFC for an opener. I tried to. The idea behind it was to revive a rivalry between the two clubs and sort of measured us against them. But I think in the league itself, I would say Peninsula would have been was probably the one we would have liked to take on and go into the final with. And our neighbours, we like a good neighbour game against Violet. So yeah.
And Philip, in terms of the team behind the team, so to speak, your management team, you've mentioned Kurt, and you've mentioned Coach Nazim. How's the management team looking at the moment? Are you guys structured in terms of having a plan in place to deal with these COVID regulations? I mean, you've already mentioned that you're splitting it up, but have you got a good solid management team behind the squad?
No, for sure, definitely. Our management has been doing a great deal of work to get us COVID compliant according to the union standards. So hats off and a big thank you to them. Also, I would like to say a big thank you and a shout out to Mr. Kasim, who's our COVID compliant guy. He'll be basically, if we have the three different groups at the three different venues will be practicing, he actually is going to visit us all three at the same time.
Right.
So hats off to him for that as well. So we're not going to skip on anything of that.
Yes, of course, that COVID compliance officer role is absolutely critical and is a requirement. In fact, if any of the clubs are watching right now, then in fact, any of the viewers watching right now, then it's useful for them to know that every sports structure does have a compliance officer. Philip, so it's all systems go then on Thursday, starting this Thursday. Is that right?
Yes, no, for sure. I actually don't want to blow it just yet for the players because, like I said, they're up and, all dressed up and nowhere to go. But for starters, we're going to go through the Titans Code of Conduct, Rugby's core values. It's basically going to be a talk shop with the players regarding COVID and what the union wants from us.
Yeah, that's fantastic stuff. Philip, we're looking forward to seeing lots of pictures and videos. And I don't know how many more challenges you're going to do with planks and push-ups and so on, but yeah, best of luck on that side. And of course, we can't wait to see what the guys are up to.
Thank you so much, JP.
Thanks, Phillip. Phillip du Plessis there, folks. Of course, assistant coach at Titans Rugby Football Club, and we'll be carrying on following our clubs as they slowly, one step at a time, return to training. Right, folks, that's a wrap from our show then this evening. We'll remind you, please follow all of those health and safety protocols. It's extremely important that you continue to wash your hands regularly, practice the social distancing, and remember, always wear a mask. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. And we trust that you will have a fantastic rugby weekend. Bye-bye.